and welcome to Brewskis and Housekeys. I am Nicole Kostelecki.
And I am Nick Papantanakis.
And we are here at our Remax Alliance office in Old Town, Arvada, enjoying some of Colorado's favorite beer.
One of the most classic,
very classic
beers in the world, but we're just blessed to live in the same state where it came to be.
I know.
I mean, come on. How much
extra
time?
Fresh here.
It is. How much time do you feel you spent at the Coors Brewery in your life?
In my life? Well, I don't know exact time. Enough. Yeah.
She never worked a day there, actually, which is crazy.
Actually, I did. I did work there.
Did you?
I helped bottle. Yeah. I helped bottle. Every Friday, I went to AC Golden, which is their microbrewery. Mm-hmm. And this is when I was going to school there. And I would help bottle and keg their beers.
Get out of here.
Yeah. But it's a small portion inside.
I did Laverne and Shirley vibe.
It was kind of. It was.
Did you put the glove on one to watch it go?
But it was fun. And then you got a free like 6-pack. Yeah. What about I Love Lucy when they have the chocolate episode? That's my favorite.
Is that more like what it was for you for
no,
bottling?
it
Okay.
wasn't.
I was just
spray. Little sip here.
Yeah.
Sip here.
The lid's off this one.
But I did spend a lot of time in the doing the short tour. This is no longer a thing. I feel bad for everyone who did not get to. Well, yeah, and then I don't know. It got busy, and they're like, "Oh, maybe we don't like it."
Yeah.
I feel like that's happened to like a few different things.
Yeah, and I remember that tour because I only did it a couple times, but I remember it being. I did the long tour once because I thought that was interesting.
It was
a lot
really
of history.
cool. It's good to do that at least once,
Yeah.
and they still have that. You just have to make a reservation.
But then, yeah, the short tour was nice because you got closer to the beer faster.
Yeah, here's what you do. What we did after classes every day that it was open, we would go to straight into it and say, or into the Coors lab, and we'll say, "Oh, we're doing the short tour." They give you your wristband. You go straight up the elevator, straight to the tap room. And
so you got to see the elevator, which is a good tour piece.
Yes.
And then go up, you walk to the tap room is, very.
There's actually some cool stuff.
Very cool. Absolutely.
Yeah. Memorabilia.
That is the short tour. I like that.
That's the short tour.
That's very smart.
Oh, we used to do that a lot.
I feel like I probably don't need to say this, but Nicole is a graduate of Colorado School of Mines, which is, you can literally throw a rock from the School of Mines to hit Coors Brewing Company.
That's why I say after classes. Exactly. Yeah.
And
it was great.
I feel like growing up here, you or anyone either was related to or knew someone who worked there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost every family had someone.
I know. I have at least 2 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll never forget, we were in high school and one of my buddies' moms worked there and she got us tickets to the Coors Light Mountain Jam concert series at Red Rocks. We were like 16 and we were seeing, this is the best lineup I've ever seen in my life, Kid Rock, Cypress Hill, Ludacris, Little John and the East Side Boys, and you ready for this one? Nickelback.
Wow.
Just very out of place. But
cool.
I had a good time.
Really awesome.
It was a
Where
fun
was
show.
that at?
Red Rocks.
Red Rocks.
It was
good.
epic. Cypress Hill was the best by far.
Wow.
But we were like 15, 16 years old, and we did not belong in that crowd. I will tell you that first and foremost. But because she worked for Coors, she got these like VIP tickets, so we were like really close up to the stage, and that's not something I've ever done at Red Rocks. So it was epic, but it's because everybody knew somebody who worked there.
Exactly.
It's just ingrained.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
It is. It's part of our culture.
Yeah.
And everyone drinks Coors Lights. And then I have people that like come out or anyone that moves here, they're like, "Oh, better start drinking Coors Lights. Got to change it up."
Yeah, you can't drink. The Budweiser is a dirty word.
What?
Right here. I know. I'm sorry for saying it. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Yikes.
Okay. I know. No. I'm sorry. It was a reference point. I don't drink it. I promise. But yeah, it is a staple around here, and we're going to talk a lot about beer today. That is kind of the focus. This is Brewskis and Housekeys. We talk a lot about the market. We talk a lot about home ownership.
Yep.
But we felt like summer's kicking off. This is a good time. Let's talk about beer.
Let's talk about beer. Our favorite places, our favorite things to do while drinking beer, all the good things. So we'll talk about that.
I think that's a good plan. So, I mean, definitely Coors itself, worth the tour.
Yep.
You've done it 4 times. And
some of my friends, though, they would keep their wristbands, and they this is like so mindsy. They would keep their wristbands and like make a thing around their walls, and they would go every day it was open because it was like
a point of pride to see how many in a row you could
how
get,
many in a row you could get.
That's
and
wonderful.
there were some people that had, like 400. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, they had so many. It's
called dedication.
It was. It got to that point.
The tour that they do at Old Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are
The
fun.
World Beer Tour or whatever it was called.
World Beer.
Man, that was
I
awesome.
like those. They still do those.
Do they?
They have different ones. So, like, around St. Patrick's Day, they do, like, Irish beers. And then around Cinco de Mayo, they do, like, Mexican beer tour. They have different ones. And then you get, like, a T-shirt or something.
Yeah, there's different prizes for different levels achieved or whatever. And I think I started that in college in Fort Collins because that was one of our go-to places.
I tried to do it. I got up to, I think, 50 different beers or something.
Yeah.
And you need to get like 150 to get on the plaque.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See, I've never done that one. I guess I've just only done the short one, the smaller one.
I think it was, it was also more limited once upon a time. They've kind of switched it up, like more recently, I think.
Yeah.
But like when we were kids and Dad, tried to, I think he did like 3 or 4, but he signed up for it. And it was like 150 beers to get your name up on the plaque on the wall. And
that's a lot. And what if you don't like those beers? Yeah, exactly. There's some beers you don't like, and then some that you do, and then it's...
But then you discover some beers. Too.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, at that time, it was still novel to have things like Sierra Nevada was a new craft brewery, and Samuel Adams was considered a craft brewery, and those kind of things. So... and then you'd get those ones that were legitimately from Belgium, from Germany, that kind of thing. Cool. So that was kind of cool. And now it's, obviously craft beer is a little different.
It is.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So anyway. Also, Coors is obviously the namesake of the Colorado Rockies baseball field. And I hope that never changes.
I can't foresee that happening.
No. I don't know.
It's been it's always been Coors field.
Yeah. Well, and once they opened the stadium itself, because they used to play in the old Mile High Stadium and all that jazz, but once they got their own place, I haven't
gone to a game yet. You've been.
We went. Yeah, we went a couple
this year.
A week or two ago with a couple of my college friends, and we drank Coors Original because that's what we all drink when we get together.
Love me a Coors Original, a banquet.
It says banquet on it for whatever reason, and I don't know how this came to be, but we started calling them buckskins in college. Huh. So it was toss me another buckskin.
The color? Oh.
That sounds like
And you know what this?
It could.
And this
buckskin.
for whatever friends of mine that are listening, this we called C-, because it was Coors Light. So
like
C- or a buckskin. That's what I know them as.
That's good.
So, yeah.
Where did you sit at the game? What did you do?
We just got the rooftop tickets. Our thing is every year, these same 4 of us, we get together usually for a Nuggets game and go. And it was that my one buddy would get those tickets from somebody every year. Well, we didn't get those tickets this year, and we started looking around trying to get a Nuggets game. This is before we knew that they were going to be
in the finals,
the epic powerhouse finals bound team that they are. But we ended up not being able to, and then the playoffs started. We're like, well, that's not happening now. Yeah. So we decided to do a Rockies game. We just got the rooftop tickets, so you can go in, and you just obviously have to go up pretty high, but there's no assigned seats. But they're cheap.
Yeah,
it's $16
and I think you get
like
a beer with
it,
don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's fun.
It is.
It's a party atmosphere.
There's cornhole.
Yeah. There's the batting cage thing. There's the throw, the pitching thing.
And then Jenga.
I'm sure they have.
Giant Jenga.
We legitimately, this is terrible to say because I love baseball. It's my favorite sport.
You didn't watch, did you?
We watched 0% of the game. We stood there and we weren't partying. We weren't like carousing and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. The 4 of us see each other. I mean, the 3 of them actually now work together. That's very new. They work together at the same company, but the 4 of us don't get together and just socialize like that often. So we just stood there talking and goofing around and making jokes and making fun of each other and catching up. And we drank a lot of beer. And it was fun.
That is fun.
So rooftop's the way to go if you're
I think
not
you
overly
can
interested
can
in the
you
game.
get rooftop and a assigned seat up there?
I don't know about assigned seat.
They have those that section.
Get you to the rooftop. You can go to the rooftop.
Yeah.
But they do have two sections
They
that
have
are
sections,
cordoned
though.
off. That's like it's just open seating. So if you wanted to go
so
and
you
sit
can.
down,
Okay.
you could just go over there, and those were all empty. Nobody was sitting in them because
So
everybody
you
was
do get
doing
a
their thing.
seat.
Yeah, you can. I don't think
want it.
there's.
Rock pile is also great.
Yeah, that's the old school way to go. I like that.
Yeah.
because that was the
Bring
super
your sunscreen.
super duper cheap. Yes, and make sure you have layers,
Sunscreen.
sunglasses, the hat, SPF 50.
Who wears sunscreen?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously not you and I, but other people do. I
You're
think.
nice and tan.
But, yeah, that's our thing. So anyway, Coors obviously deeply ingrained in our community.
Yeah.
So we're happy to be repping it today.
It puts one more city on the map. So when I leave Colorado, and they're like, "Oh, you're from Colorado? Where do you live? Denver, Boulder?" That's all they ever remember.
It's true.
And I go, "Well, I live near Golden." Oh,
Yeah.
Like Coors.
yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Arvada,
That's
they're
good.
like, huh?
Wheat Ridge.
Did you say Nevada? No, I did not. So yeah, that's true actually.
That's
Very
true. I'm gonna start saying that too now.
cool. Yeah.
I live
Near
really close
near
to-
Golden.
Yeah.
Oh, where the Coors come from.
That's right.
Yes.
Correct.
Where it flows down the mountains like water. Right into the can.
Love it.
All right, so let's get into it.
Yes.
We've goofed around a
Yeah,
little bit
let's
about
do it.
We have some fun kind of, I don't know what do you call these, superlatives? Is that what they call them on like
Wasn't good
Jimmy
at
Fallon and stuff?
English.
Your best, most
Math
favorite
and
things,
science.
whatever you call it. So
Math and science.
Yeah. I,
we've
have
got
no
what? We've
idea
got-
what that word means,
we
but
got-
okay.
hence the minds thing, which is great. I think we have 7 or 8 of these.
That's
so we'll
funny.
start off with what is
Okay.
your, Nicole, favorite neighborhood brewery?
Okay, favorite neighborhood brewery. If I'm gonna just go to get a good beer, is Ricoli. It's the closest one. It's kind of, it's kind of hole in the wally, which I like. Like I like just the.
I agree that location
Small
it's a little
atmosphere.
obscure for a brewery.
It
where
is.
It is.
It is, but it's nice to go in there, and I mean they'll have sports on, and people can just sit at the bar, and it's very comfortable. They have a heated toilet seat.
I don't think I could do that.
They do.
I'm sure it's not-
Yeah,
it's not the
I'm
last
positive.
person.
No, I'm positive.
Last person was taking their time. That is one of my biggest
So in
pet
the winter,
peeves,
that's
not to
it.
get off track.
Yeah.
I do not like that at all.
I haven't
Yeah.
been there since Wadsworth's been all screwed
Yeah.
up.
I know, and I don't think a lot of people have,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate
That
for them.
stinks.
And it stinks for a lot of the places right along
Yeah.
Wadsworth. So
We did
I'm
feature
shouting
them.
them out because I like to go there.
Yeah, and we featured them. I don't remember what episode, but we featured their beer, and they still, to this day, have one of the best names for a beer that we featured on this podcast,
Ginormous.
the Enormous
Enormous.
Richard. Just a solid name for a solid beer. I digress.
No, I
Beautiful.
like that. How about you? Nick?
It's a firm favorite.
Yes.
It's a firm favorite. Very well done.
Oh, gosh.
I could go down this rabbit hole. That could be for the blooper reel.
I'm gonna turn
Um,
red
my-
when he's talking about this.
My favorite neighborhood brewery.
Yes.
Anybody that's listened to this podcast even once knows the answer to this. I love Someplace Else Brewing. They're tucked back there on 52nd and Marshall in Arvada. It's in this
Also
weird,
in a different location,
yeah,
like a weird
yes,
location.
actually, it's
Industrial.
an
Yeah.
industrial park, and it's right behind Marshall Liquors off the corner there. And yet, when you walk in there, it's like Cheers. It's like walking.
That's
Everybody
what I
that's
think.
there,
There's something really special about places like that
Yeah.
where everyone knows you. It's like fun.
and they know each other, and like their mug club. Everybody knows each other's mug club numbers. Like, oh, it's Nick, number 52. Get that one off the shelf. Like, that's awesome. That's great.
That's
And
funny.
they have pinball and skee ball in there, so it's a great place to take the family.
And they have music sometimes.
They do live
huh?
music. They do trivia. They do bingo. They do. They have so many meetups. They have a fundraiser coming up for a local canine rescue.
Oh yeah, we talked about that a
Yeah,
little bit.
and it's
When is that? Do you know?
I think it is potentially tomorrow.
Oh,
Actually, so it might be too late once this airs.
yeah.
But or drops.
Well,
Airs? It's not airs. This
Drops.
is television.
Definitely a drop.
Whenever
yeah.
whenever you
Air
put this
drops.
in your ear holes. But I think it's early June. They release a beer every year for it called Dixie's Drool.
Oh.
And it's just a really fun family oriented place, even though it's a brewery. And what I love about them, and this may change in the future, they've been open for, I don't know, 6-7 years now. Their thing, when I first went in there and was talking to the owners, when they were really new was they don't want to be mass distributed. They don't want to be, something huge. They just want to be the local watering hole.
I like that.
I love it. So that's why that is my happy place for neighborhood.
Nice.
Yep.
Someplace else. Good.
Nico, you have one? Favorite neighborhood?
Oh. You can pick or you can even pick around here in Old Town too.
Yeah. If not, it's okay.
Yeah.
I put you on the spot.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
That
I'll
was-
tell you what, the one I really enjoy going to, it's a little bit out of my way, but I'll go there, is Four Noses.
Four Noses.
I love watching the plains land.
That
It
is
awesome.
really cool.
I love that. And it is. You got to say something about that beer. That's so good.
Top-notch beer.
I like their
One,
beer.
The people that run the joint are very cool. Always
Yeah.
going to give you a tour, even if you've been there 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great location. It's kind of off, but
Yeah.
I just like every now and then, if you get the right time, some really cool aircraft are
There's-
taking off. And
So it's a small airport, so you
It's
get to
really
see some
cool.
some unusual things. That's true.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like it. All right. Next question. Okay, where is the best atmosphere for you to get a beer?
I love tucking away at a little place called New Terrain Brewing Company. And I say that
Tucking?
tongue in cheek because
Yeah.
a little place is not how you would describe that place.
No,
it's
it's
this
ginormous.
beautiful monolith right next to North Table Mountain. It's
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous. And they built it out to do volume. So
Yeah.
the patio's gorgeous. The setting right there next to North Table Mountain in Golden. You can
The
look at
workers
Coors.
are awesome.
And the same people work
Yes.
there year after year.
Year
So
after
obviously
year.
they do something right. They always have good food trucks. The dog's welcome. The kids are welcome. It's awesome. I just think
Smartly designed.
It
yes,
is very smartly
They thought
designed.
ahead when they invested the money in it, and it was clearly a lot of investment because it's a big space and nice equipment, and a nice space. But man,
And they do a lot of stuff there too. I mean, they have live music. They have bluegrass every Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have, what is it called? Golden Grass is this weekend.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, there's so much this weekend.
There's a lot. There is a lot. This is like the kickoff of summer,
Yes.
honestly, which is so cool.
That's why we're
I'm
doing
so
this.
happy. I love summer.
That's why we're doing this episode.
Yeah. And then they do yoga.
Mm-hmm.
They do beer yoga. Well, I think you do yoga and then you get a beer.
And in the winter, they have fire pits everywhere,
Yep.
so you can still be out there in the cold. And they have indoor, obviously, too. But it's just a sweet setup.
Yeah.
I love it. So,
They
how
have
about
a huge banquet hall that you can rent if you have.
also true?
Well, yeah, my
the terminus
sister's-
room is what it's called.
My
Yes,
sister did her like wedding, or what do you call it? The
rehearsal.
dinner there.
Yeah,
And that
It's-
was nice. It was
and it's
great.
tucked away. Literally, you walk out the property line, down the hill, and there's a dog park. Up the hill, and there's a bike park. So it's very Colorado friendly.
They have horse parking too.
Yeah,
Which I have seen horses there.
Horse trail,
Yeah.
you can ride up to it.
yeah. And
Yeah.
there's literally the whatever that's called, where you tie your horse up to it right out front.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
I love it.
How about you?
That's a good
Sorry,
one.
I went way off track.
No,
there.
I like that. This is good. My favorite atmosphere to get a beer is Clancy's. That's also right down the street from me.
That's your
right
Cheers.
down the street. I can just walk there.
That's
which
your
is
Cheers, for
Also
sure.
great. Yes, it is my Cheers. I do know a lot of the people there, and it's just a good. They have great food too.
Yes, they do.
I don't have like all the channels to watch TV sometimes, and to watch like Avalanche and the Nuggets.
The NBA
so I
finals that are
always
on
go.
right now?
I always go there for all the games. And
I can't
sit
blame
at the
you.
bar. There's like 3 different bars, so it's a good spot. I like it a lot.
Did you used to go to the old one as well?
No, someone asked me that yesterday when I went there.
That was.
No,
I'm ashamed to say that's the last time I've been to Clancy's. Was that?
really? Oh, you should check out the new one.
I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know why.
I've heard that this one's way better.
Awesome.
Well, it is. It's an old house,
Yeah.
and they have it decked out in Irish
Everything.
garb. Everything. Yeah.
We've
It's
talked about them
really
before
cool.
around St. Pat's, I think.
I think we
because
did.
we had events that they do
Yeah.
a huge.
Yeah. We did the chicken
weekend.
shit bingo there.
That's right. You just swore on this family podcast,
I
by
know,
the way.
I'm
I can't
sorry.
believe you did that.
That's so nice.
That's
We're
just
gonna
the
have to
name
click
of
the
it.
explicit content. Sorry, children, for everything you've
You
heard.
just got demonetized.
Yep. All right. I don't think this is putting you
I
on the
love
spot
it.
because I think I know your answer. Best atmosphere for a beer for you. Nico.
For sure, Colorado Tap House.
Colorado Tap House.
My
Nice.
wife and I like to jump on our tandem bike.
Oh, so cute.
And ride down the Ralston Creek Trail, which leads directly to it.
Yep.
They have this huge place to park your bikes. There's always the best food trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I know it's not beer, but they have like swirly wine.
Yes, yes, they do.
But
Those are so good.
They also have non-alcoholic slushies.
Yeah, for the kiddos.
My daughter begs to go to that place for that reason.
I know, that was a very smart.
Do you want it with or without nerds in it? I'm like,
what?
Don't do that in front of the kid. Obviously, the answer is going to be yeah. Yeah. And they give you a Mondo straw so they don't get stuck. They know what they're doing. They're smart.
That is smart. That's awesome. They also have a place you can rent for
upstairs. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, shameless plug. My dad and I are doing an event there later this month for like real estate, investing kind of thing. So
I love
they use
that.
their upstairs space, but yeah, and they're easy to work with for that too. So that just makes them that much better.
I like their outdoor areas too.
Yeah.
They got all kind of games and patios and picnic tables, and they open everything up, and
it's just one continuous space. It's got foosball, outdoor foosball, cornhole. They've got outdoor checkers tables and chess tables and stuff. It's sweet.
it's nice.
Yeah,
It's a lovely place.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
But if you stay too late, when the sun goes down early, in the later months, the ride home on the Ralston Creek Trail
Is cold and mosquitoes.
And a little spooky.
Oh, scary?
Yeah.
So dark.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
my wife is like,
We did it again. Why didn't we leave sooner?
A bear.
yeah.
They're often spotted on
Oh,
Ralston
that's
Creek
funny.
Trail.
Yeah.
She actually did.
Did she?
Yeah.
That's
Really?
why she thinks that, because she knows
It's out
she's
there.
she's experienced it.
Yeah.
We'll get you guys headlamps
What's
for your
funny is
wedding
she had a
anniversary.
Fitbit on, and you know how it tracks your path or whatever.
Yeah.
You could see where she spotted it because her heart rate spiked. And
That's funny. When was that? Recent?
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, that's funny.
I want to say like 2020.
Gosh, it reminds me of my sister and her neighbor saw a moose in the neighborhood once. And
They're huge.
I know. And Sherry was trying to make sure it was safe. So she was kind of corralling it a little bit to make until animal control got that. It was funny. It was a very funny story.
Oh,
Hallie's
that
like-
would spook me.
I
That would
was
a
like,
bear
Sherry,
would
I
spook
gotta
me.
go home now.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, that's
No.
Yeah.
Moose are also a little scary.
Yes, they are.
And they can be aggressive.
Yeah.
They're yep. No, thank you. All right. How about let's talk about best food. Your best
Yes.
food to go with beer.
This is a good one for me, and it's newer, and you haven't heard of it,
I
so
don't know
this
what
is
it is.
exciting. It's called Mestizo Brewery.
Explain.
So it is. This is new in Wheat Ridge, and it's kind of like a Mexican style cantina, but it's a brewery. So all beers there, and then the beers are good too. They have, like a Mexican lager, like a guava IPA that's delicious. But they have a food truck that's in the back, but it's there permanently.
Yeah.
So they have all the same food, and they have the best tacos
Ooh.
and arepas, really
Ooh.
good.
Okay.
You have to try
You've
it.
piqued my interest.
Honestly, it's really
You're just
good.
listening and you're not watching.
And
I
they
am
have
writing this
Taco
down.
Tuesday too.
Is that right? Mestizo?
Mestizo, yeah.
Mestizo.
It's in an old
One of the cross streets.
38th and Pierce. It's an old mechanic, car mechanic place. Tacos and arepas. And
Okay.
it is really, really good. I was very impressed when I was
Dang.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yum.
It's on the list.
Now
now.
I'm hungry.
I know. We should have had snacks with
Yeah,
us
I
today,
know.
I think.
How about you?
Let's see.
It's kind of a hard one because a brewery
It is.
and food, usually they switch.
I have two things. So one is I have a favorite food truck that I follow on all the
good.
things. And I like when they're at New Terrain, which I
Uh-huh.
talked about, because they're New Terrain's Key Largo,
Mm-hmm.
which is their key lime kolsch.
Key lime Kolsch, yes.
Best summer epic flavor ever.
That's a good one.
Well, it's up
I
there.
wish
It's one of my favorites for sure.
It's a good one.
Oh, and I think it was on our first episode, actually, of Brewskis and Huskies. We drank New Terrain, and I think we had that beer, actually, I think. But when J Street Food Truck is there.
What do they have?
Their menu changes constantly, but more than once they've had just like I don't know, Thai or Asian style noodles.
Ooh.
That with the key largo, key lime kolsch.
Goes really well.
Happy. So good. Like it's because there's spice and salty and sweet with those noodles and all that stuff. And it's hearty. And then the lime kind of offsets in both.
Sounds terrific.
It's so good. But the other one is a restaurant where like it's a specific order every time we go there as a family.
Okay.
Like Jane gets her thing. She doesn't get beer because she's not old enough yet. But she's 7. But my wife and I get it's called Post Oak Barbecue. Post Oak is on
yes. They are. I'm glad you brought this up.
Their food is so good. And they always have Shiner on tap. And Shiner with their barbecue is also
delicious,
heavenly. So
I need to go back there because I forgot how good that place was.
Mm-hmm. They do a good job, really good. So yes, indeed.
Nico, do you have one?
Oh, absolutely. Hands down, Denver Beer Company has.
Nice.
The Denver Beer Company in Old Town Arvada.
Yep.
Has the Airstream built inside.
The local buddy.
And it's called Mighty Burger, and it is hands down the best burger in Old Town.
It really is. I took my clients there. Yeah. We were looking at houses, and we stopped there, and had the burger. They're like, "Where's the best place to get a burger?" I was like, "This is it."
Let's go. Plus, you get
and a beer.
Really good beer with it.
Yes.
Oh, but that burger.
That's a good one.
And their little truffle fries.
Yep.
They have cheese curds too.
And I love that they'll do.
This is honestly making me very hungry.
Let's stop.
Yeah.
I don't see any other food items on the list here that we're going to talk about, so that's good. But I will say that the way they do a grilled cheese, even for the kiddos, is awesome because they take a burger bun, they just throw 2 slices of American cheese on it and just let it get all melty and squished. Jane loves that thing.
Yum.
Although now she crushes burgers, but she loved that grilled cheese when she was little, so it's the way to go too.
Mighty Burger for the win.
Good choice. Ooh, that's good sound. Breaking into the backup.
Yep, backup. Got it. Okay, which place has the best outdoor patio brewery?
Okay.
I'm actually switching mine.
Okay. I did talk about the setting at New Terrain, so that one is nice. But recently, I have talked about Wonderland Brewing in Westminster.
Yeah.
That place has, I will list it again because it's nuts, basketball court, pickleball court. It has a 9-hole mini golf course. It has outdoor ping pong. It has cornhole.
Is it mini golf free? You could just golf?
No.
Okay.
But it's like you pay $1 and they give you a ball.
Nice.
And you play 1 through 9, and then the 9th hole, it goes into a bucket you can't get it out of, kind of thing. So
it's $1?
Pay again, I think. I don't remember. It was inexpensive.
It's like, this is great. I'm going to start taking my nieces on dates there.
Dude, it's worth it because then they also have really good food.
Yes.
And inside, they have a bunch of pinball machines. But as far as patio goes, it's expansive. It's huge. You could seat easily maybe 200 to 300 people out there on their patio. Mm-hmm. And they have a live music stage as well. So it's just kind of this perfect scenario.
I'm going to write that down too. I know we've talked about them, but I do want to check them out.
It's super fun. And I thank a client for that because he and I went there to talk about kind of the finals of like he was selling one and buying another. And so we were kind of wrapping things up. And he's like, I want to take you out for beer just to celebrate because we're getting close. So we go in there with his dog. She's like an 8-month-old pit bull. Mm-hmm. And we go inside. It's his cheers. Everybody knows him. Yeah. And then we sit down at the corner of the bar. And Roxy hops up on the chair next to him and sits at the bar. And they're just like, hi, Roxy. And she's
my gosh.
It's just, I was like, what? And then that was at night. And then the next time I met him there was during the day. I was like, this place is epic.
Yeah.
And Jane came with it. Like, it was just a ton of fun. Awesome. So rad patio.
Love that.
Right.
I switched mine.
Okay. I'm excited.
So my favorite patio brewery is actually Golden City Brewery, GCB. It's really nice.
What a good choice.
I know, because they have a little indoor spot, but it's very small, like maybe 2 tables. But most of it is outdoor. And it's just kind of like, it's almost like a backyard.
Yeah.
It is. I think it
Yeah.
used to be.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it used to be. And it's just like they have tables set up. They have a fire pit. That's also was a go-to in college that we would go down to because
I love that.
it's right there, right next to the mines, and then also right next to Clear Creek. So you can kind of, if you're close to Clear Creek as well, you can go have some fun there. And they always give you pretzels and mustard, spicy mustard.
Oh,
It's just nice.
yes.
For free. I think they still do that.
If
They
not,
must.
Golden City Brewery, go ahead and reach
Yeah.
out to us and let us know.
Yeah, I like that place.
Nico?
Mine's not a brewery,
Okay.
but it's a great place to have beer, and that is in Golden. It's
Yep.
the Mill.
I haven't been there yet.
It is
It's
wonderful.
just positioned so cool, and
Yeah.
everybody's out there having fun, and there's a lot of opportunity, taste different beers.
That's a good
And
one.
I will give a shout out to a friend of mine who owns Happy Cones, the ice cream place in there.
Oh.
He's a
Is
former.
it in there or
Yep.
is it the one that's next to Icelandic?
No, it's in
That's
there.
different.
It's in the Mill, and they're in Edgewater Market as well.
Oh, nice.
But he's an old snooze guy, and he's from New Zealand, and he started this company, and so he got into the Mill, and they crank ice cream out of that place. But that place is awesome to just sit because their patio is perfect, like you said, perfectly positioned, where you're just like you're getting sun, and it's facing. I think doesn't it face?
It faces
Faces
Coors.
Coors, but
Well, and the creek.
the
Clear
creek. That's
Creek's
what I was
right
thinking.
there.
Yeah, so it's kind of perfect scenario. You're
Yeah.
looking at this and drinking delicious beer.
It's a good people watching
Yes.
spot.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's a good way to put it. I like that.
I know, I was trying-
Self-pour beer walls are one of my favorite things.
Which can be dangerous because you have a thing.
They stop
don't
it though.
realize.
They stop you. Well, do they?
It's like
Some
a
of them
40
do.
ounce like check-in. I think I've heard.
Yeah, but if you
Um,
have one card for multiple people, like, because we've done that, and then
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you try and pour beers, and then you pour like 3 beers, but there's 3 different people
Yeah,
on one card, it'll stop you.
that makes sense.
There's a time stamp on it.
Yeah.
I think, but it won't stop you.
No.
You can sit there for the day. and
Yep.
have 20. It's not gonna stop.
Yep.
And then just take the creek trail tubing down
Yeah.
the rest of the way.
Just lie
Just
down-
kidding.
lie back and take a nap.
Float on
Yeah,
home. No, you
Somebody
actually
pick me
can't
up.
do that anymore.
that's
Not
true.
past that point. But
Good choices. All right,
Nice.
this next one is.
I like this one.
This is one of my favorites actually, and I don't know how we didn't come up with this sooner. We literally thought about this right
Yeah.
before we started. But your favorite mountain brewery. So we determined above
what did we say?
above 8,000 feet
8,000.
elevation, your favorite brewery to visit.
So mine is by far Eddie Line Brewery
Oh, I almost wore
in
that shirt
Buena
today.
Vista. Yeah. Oh, you should have. I love that place. The one that's right on the creek or right on the Arkansas River.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. So it's like kind of I forget what part of the town they call that.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyways, it's a really cool little spot. It's really close to the river and you could, watch the kayakers there. But they have great beer, great food, and I just love that town.
I mean, I agree, and I
Mm-hmm.
think when we were there, because we went up there last Thanksgiving maybe with my
Yeah.
folks, and I think we went to Eddie Line. We were there for 5 days. We went there 3 times.
Yeah.
And
I know.
every time
It's
they were
so
awesome.
good.
People were lovely, and
They have
took
really
great care
cool
of you.
paintings up
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah, that place is wonderful. And we bought a lot of swag, so that's why I said I almost wore that shirt today, but
Dang it.
missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
Yep.
if I'm gonna get up above 8,000 feet, I think this is right. I think it's 8,000
I'm
feet.
sure it is.
Idaho Springs, westbound and down.
Mm-hmm.
What they did was they walled in next door to the old Buffalo Bar in Idaho Springs. Buffalo Bar has been this kind of staple historic place to get a buffalo burger when that was hard to find in the world. So I remember doing that as a kid, always stopping at the Buffalo Bar because
Yep.
folks wanted to get buffalo burger or whatever. And now they share a wall with that, but they've opened the wall up. So you have the old Buffalo Bar on one side, and then the other side is kind of the more modern looking westbound and down. And their beer and food is served on both sides, and their beer is so
Really good.
So good.
I've only been there once, I think. I need to go back there.
They've opened a couple other locations. I think there's one in Lafayette now, like as a satellite kind of place. But the original is that one.
I like the original.
Yeah, and it's right there. It's
In
not
the
far from
mountains.
Tommyknocker, actually.
No, it's right there.
And the original
Tommyknockers is
Bojo's
great.
pizza is up there too. But westbound and down, that's a go-to for like my family. If we go up to the mountains for any reason, skiing, snowboarding, hiking, whatever, on our way back, we will always stop there.
If you're looking for a dive bar in Idaho Springs, West Winds is great. The winds are blowing west. Let's all go. This is from my raft guiding days. This is where it's going back.
It did seem a little bit rehearsed there, I think.
Yeah, well, sometimes the winds we're blowing.
She's ready already.
That was our slogan.
Nico, Mountain Brewery.
I love the Dillon Dam Brewery.
That's a good one.
That's a good. I like going there after skiing at like Breck or Keystone.
Mm-hmm.
You can pop in there pretty easily.
Yeah, it's right there by Silverthorne and all that. And I think we got stuck up there more than once, like blizzard conditions driving back down. So we just went back up and we were like, well, guess
and it's a smart place to stop before you get onto the highway. Because once you get on the highway there, you're in trouble.
Stuck with the tunnel.
You're
A lot
stuck.
of people decide to do that too.
Yeah.
It gets packed in there.
Yeah.
On ski days.
Yeah.
But their food is.
Their food
tremendous.
is
I think
really
they
good. Their
have,
nachos.
Ooh,
One
yeah.
of the best chicken fried steak.
Ooh.
And they're like Texas style.
Nice.
So good.
I don't know where you get a
I
steak that
love
big,
that.
but hot diggity.
That's good.
I like it.
Okay, most unique summer beer.
I know I mentioned the Key Largo. That one's really
That's
good.
a good one.
But I think it was like last summer or the summer before when my wife and I first had this one. It's from Breckenridge Brewing.
Yep.
And it's called Strawberry Sky. And it's a strawberry Kolsch.
Mm-hmm.
That is just a little different than any other of the like flavored Kolsches.
Yeah.
Because Key Largo is that, and then Princess Yum Yum at Denver Beer
Princess
Company
Yum
is a
Yum's a good
raspberry
one.
Kolsch.
Yeah.
But this strawberry one, it's so subtle. It's not sweet.
Yep.
You definitely get that kind of bitterness of a
And I like that one.
Yeah.
It's just subtle.
yeah. And so that one, I don't remember what we were doing. We were at lunch one day a couple summers ago, and she and I each got one of those, and we were like, "What is this?" And so we found it at the store, and it was basically in our fridge all that summer after that because it was
great.
just so good. So that's my pick.
Refreshing.
Yes. And low alcohol content, which
Yep.
I love for a summer beer.
Yes.
So I don't want to get
agree.
hammered off of one and be miserable in the sun. It doesn't sound
Yeah.
like fun. How about you?
So mine it's not a Colorado brewery, but I was just in San Diego. And so it is from Stone Brewery, and it's their Buena Vesa. Have you had that?
I have had that one.
I like it. It's a salty lime ale that is delicious. It's really, really good.
San Diego is kind of like a beer mecca,
Yeah.
which
I noticed that.
I
It
didn't
was
know
great.
until moving there.
Yeah.
I moved, this is moot point, but I moved there from Fort Collins, Colorado, thinking I know beer. New
And
Belgium,
then they
oh
put
no,
you right in
I
your
know
place
beer. And then
to
I
the
went to
thing.
San Diego and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, so many good breweries
And
right
Mexican food.
there. Oh, well,
Oh, that was delicious.
that could be its own podcast.
Yeah.
Whew. But
But yes, I like
I
that
do love
Buena
that beer.
Vesa.
yeah.
And they have that in all the liquor stores here. I've seen it.
It's funny how like they decided to add the salt to it as well as the lime,
Yeah.
like as they're making it or whatever, and so
You
a lot of people will
taste it.
salt their beer. I've seen that. When they
I've
salt
salted
their-
my
Yeah.
Pacifico.
Yeah, but that's like it's so well balanced that
Yes,
beer. Oh,
very
it's
good.
just so good.
I like that one.
Unique beer,
Nico?
podcast guru.
Well, summer beer.
Summer.
It's not necessarily unique.
Yeah, it doesn't-
It's actually kind of mainstream now. But Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy is my like crushable summertime beer.
Yep.
Along with Steamworks Colorado Kolsch.
Ooh, good
Yes.
choice.
And those
That's
are like
a good
I'm gonna
one.
go
Go
mow the
to.
yard and it's hot. And after that, I want to go and just have three.
I earned this. Here I go. Yep.
I totally drink beer while mowing the lawn.
Do you know-
It takes me like 2 hours, sometimes 3.
That's
so
true. You do have a.
I might as well
gigantic
drink while
space.
I'm doing it.
Do you have a cup holder on your lawnmower? No. Why not?
I need one.
Yeah.
I've been told I need a riding lawnmower.
Nico,
which,
birthday
honestly,
gift idea for Nicole.
Well, maybe we give her the hat that has like
Oh, perfect.
A
But it'll also
cigar
have to have the
holder
umbrella.
and a.
We'll have to have the umbrella so it keeps the beer cooler from the sun. So it'll be
Nice.
yeah, it'll be a deal.
Usually I put it in my outdoor
Smart.
garage fridge.
This is the
between.
mowing lawn beer for me, actually. Bringing it back to Coors.
Yeah.
Coors
Yeah,
Light stays in the
it's
fridge
true.
for lawn mowing
Yep.
specifically.
Which brings us to our last one.
Oh.
So, favorite outdoor activity to enjoy a Coors Light?
It's not mowing the lawn.
I know. That's like a chore.
Yeah. We, in college, in Fort Collins, used to play our version of lawn darts.
Ooh.
And that is still to this day my favorite Coors Light activity, because the way we would play it is it was on the cheap because we were college kids. Take 2 hula hoops and you buy actual darts, not lawn darts, little darts like you'd use for a dartboard.
Yeah.
You take
I see where this is going.
3 cans of Coors or Coors Light, and you put them in kind of a triangle shape in the middle of that hoop. You throw the dart from a distance, kind of like you would for cornhole. And if you get it inside the ring, it was 1 point. If you hit the actual physical ring, like it sticks in the hula hoop itself, 2 points.
That's
if you
hard.
pierce the beer, 3 points, and somebody has to shotgun the beer. That
Love
was
that.
the best summer game that we ever had, and we always used Coors Light for that.
How far apart?
Yeah,
Same
are
distance
they
as
all...
cornhole? You're the beers?
Yeah, are they like this?
The rings.
Oh.
They were lying on their side. The beers
Okay.
were
Okay.
within the hoop, and they were kind of making this like, I don't know how to describe it, but almost like a
Like a
Y,
line?
like an uppercase Y shape.
Yeah.
So like you'd have one this way.
I got you.
one that way.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
it looked like a flux capacitor. It's exactly what it looked like, actually.
Yeah.
And
Or
then they
what
were
is it?
probably,
Peace sign.
I don't know. Cornhole distance. So what is that?
20 paces?
20-ish paces apart. And you have one in your hand the whole time too. Not required, but we all did. So then when the one gets pierced, you're like, oh, darn it. Then you got to pick it up, and because it's already popped in the bottom, usually, or wherever.
You hold the beer in your dominant hand and then throw in your silly hand.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
maybe like 2.0 version.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. But the sad story is one of my very good friends, not sad, I guess. I shouldn't
Got
preface
it
it that
in
way.
his
Got it in his
foot.
thigh.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Dart in the thigh once. That's okay. That guy's a Marine pilot now, and he's just fine. So,
he's fine.
love you, Sean. But yeah, that was
That's
the only bad injury we had from that in all the
Yeah.
years. So, yeah. Sorry, that was a long
My
one.
brother-in-law's brother got one in his foot. That doesn't feel good.
No.
I think the thigh,
so
I'd
sharp.
rather have it in the thigh than the foot,
Yeah.
like right in between your
Oh.
bones.
Yeah,
Anyways.
no thanks. There's more fat here. It can,
Yeah.
it can absorb it. Okay,
Oh, I'd
yours.
rather- Okay,
Hopefully less
mine-
painful.
Yeah, obviously golf. I love golfing. Everyone knows that. So that's up there. And then also tubing on Clear Creek, which it's not necessarily legal to do that, but it's fun.
The police are listening to this podcast, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yes. Tubing or rafting too. But that's only when it was like us raft guides doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That gives me comfort in case I ever
Yeah, no.
do a
We
rafting.
never know. You can't do that.
My guide's hammered.
They should.
They're taking me down to the river.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but yes, it is fun. It's fun to go on the river and have a beer.
I can appreciate
a Coors.
So it's
Yeah.
cold water, cold Coors.
Yeah, it's like
Of course.
boating. I mean, we don't really have very many lakes around
No,
here.
that's true.
So
Yep. Nico?
The majority of the time I'm busting out a Coors Light is at a sporting event.
Yep.
Because they're always there. So Avalanche game, Bandamere. I love watching dragsters and having a Coors Light.
May it soon rest in peace.
Yeah.
what?
It'll be resurrected somewhere.
It will.
else,
You're right.
Far East or something.
You can tell me about that.
We'll tell you
later.
about it later.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Breaking
Yeah.
news to you like this.
Bronco games. are
Yep.
great
Broncos
for
games.
Yep.
Coors Light. So any local major sporting event, because you get the big honkers.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And you know they're
Start out with
good.
two of those, I'm like, I'm good.
You know what I love too now is like what is it? Empower Field now? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
They have that like self-serve grab and go thing where you just put the beer up on a little scanner. You grab it out of a fridge yourself, put it up on a little like scanner. It says, okay, you have a Coors Light. You pay. There's no human. You just grab
I
your own
don't
beer.
really like that.
Why?
I don't know. I
It's
feel like
fast.
it's giving away jobs to technology.
That's
and
fair.
That's just.
That's fair.
Anyways.
From a taking her jibs kind of standpoint, you're right. From a getting beer into my body faster standpoint, I like it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I get where you're coming from.
But yes, I do like a good Coors Light.
Yep. Like I said, that
At a
was
sporting event.
the Coors beverage at the Rockies game.
I'm gonna have to try the beer darts.
If we need to set it up to give it a try, you let me know.
I
I'd be
will.
happy to. That I haven't played that in so long. It's
I
true.
do. We could do it in my yard.
Mow the lawn, and then we'll
I
get
do
set
need
up.
to
It'll be
mow.
perfect.
It needs a mowing.
It's because we're getting so much rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Awesome.
we talked a lot.
That was good.
We just talked a lot, which
We
is
gave
fun.
you guys a lot of good ideas, and I hope you all do them.
Well, and hopefully, obviously, everybody's got their list of these things, and
Well, I wrote some down from you.
yeah, same. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check out.
All the
I
time.
So if much like any other episode, if this hits you right, or if you have ones you want to throw out to us or whatever it is,
Yeah.
we
let
want to
us
hear.
know.
Absolutely, that's what that DM on Instagram is probably best for, or you can do it in the comments and YouTube as well. But we definitely love having you guys listen. We appreciate it. Thank you, obviously, to the monolith that is Coors Brewing Company for providing the Cold as the Rockies beverage with the Blue Mountains on it for us to enjoy today. And as always, please subscribe if you haven't. But if you're listening, I bet you have. If you're one of those nice people that we met at Second Saturdays and you got that bottle opener,
Yeah.
we gave out some of those.
Check it out.
We'll be doing that again, hopefully this next month too, or the month after. But thank you for subscribing as well. But we definitely want you guys to give us your feedback, so please do. Outside of that, we will see you guys in the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.